shine through the morning. Take both feet now and jump right in. Go, take hold of the moment. Keep it up till the night rolls in. Till the night rolls in. You got me believing that I can seize the day. You got me hooked on a beat.
What a beautiful day we have today. Commencement is a remarkable event. It is a momentous moment that you will always remember. This one feels even more special because so many of us are in person for the first time.
And race for the mountain.
If you are the first in your family to graduate from college, please stand up and say, I am MC.
Our theme, our college, our community, our future, truly reflects the focus of our mission.
When we celebrate the inauguration of our new president, Dr. Williams, we celebrate the futures of students, our futures.
The arc of his career reveals an abiding commitment to equity in education. And Dr. Williams, if I may be so bold as to borrow one of your own phrases, I'm proud to say that we stand today with a true equity avenger. Thank you for your leadership.
Love the theme chosen for the day, our college, our community, our future. We welcome you here to one of the finest community colleges in all of the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, the president of Montgomery College, Dr. Jermaine F. Williams.
With all of the hardship that has been happening, in the past couple of years, right now we really need optimism. So I think from a personal level, it's inspiring, but also as a scientist, there's been research that's been done that indicates if you frame things in a positive way, that it gives people more motivation to make changes and to take action. So I think it's really important to look through the lens of optimism so that we can keep going.
Is this NASA image fake? How are colors used to inform? And what is light really? She'll explain it and why it matters.
Not too long ago, a French physicist caused quite a stir for tweeting out a photo of a planet that turned out to be chorizo. Now, if the internet can't tell the difference between sausage and space rocks, how are we to know what's real, right? Especially when it comes to astronomical images, which contain objects that are so far removed from our everyday experience. Now, there's been a lot of excitement about the images released by the James Webb Space Telescope recently, and this is one of them. This is the Carina Nebula. The Carina Nebula is an enormous cloud of gas and dust. And inside this cloud of gas and dust, stars are being born. It looks a bit like a mountain range, but the tallest peaks are about 7 light years high. It's beautiful, it's stunning, it's a treasure trove of scientific information. But is it real? If you were to fly a spaceship alongside the Carina Nebula, would it look like this?
I found high school to be sometimes a bit challenging. It really depends on what courses you take. I wanted to challenge myself academically more.
I've always knew that I wanted to have my diploma in something else, like going into high school. So the early college program stuck out to me the most because the degree at the end.
The most fascinating thing about it was it had the career pathway that I wanted to choose regardless. So that really pulled me to it, saying, if this is what I want to do for my whole life, then why not start early?
You belong here.
I belong at Montgomery College because it has been my life's journey to be part of the faculty here. And I love all of my students who come from all over the world, from different cultural backgrounds and different language groups. They are all enthusiastic learners who want to learn about another culture and another language, which is Chinese, that I teach. You all belong here.
To me, MC is a very welcoming place where I really felt included.
To me, Montgomery College means equal opportunities for success.
I love this job. My students mean everything to me. They are amazing, and I enjoy watching them meet their goals.
MC is an amazing place for opportunity and to expand your interests.
MC fills me with experience, knowledge, and a sense of accomplishment.
MC means to me opportunity or a sense of belonging.
MC means success to me. So the fact that MC is a great institution, MC has a great program, great professors. So like my success is guaranteed.
MC means opportunities, opportunity to grow and opportunity to give back.
Montgomery College is home away from home.
I think MC is a very special place because of the people here. I think it's a very great experience because faculty and staff guide students to build their very best future.
Bienvenidos al Festival Salvadoreño Americano aquí en Montgomery College. Con ustedes Carolina Galeano de MCTV y tengo unas tremendas noticias. El día de hoy va a haber un festival para toda la familia, gratis, con parqueo gratis, y no solo eso, sino una feria de salud. Así que estoy aquí con los organizadores que nos van a contar un poquito más de qué se trata este día. Con nosotros tenemos a Rina, que es la presidenta de COTSA, ¿no? Comunidades Transnacionales Salvadoreñas Americanas. Rina, gracias por estar aquí y cuéntanos de qué se trata COTSA, qué hacen ustedes y de qué se trata el día de hoy.
Por supuesto, lo siento Carolina que es un nombre largo y te lo aprendiste muy bien. Como tú dices, nosotros somos COTSA, las Comunidades Transnacionales Salvadoreñas Americanas, y estamos celebrando el día de hoy el 11º Festival Salvadoreño Americano. Pues por decreto de los Estados Unidos celebramos el 6 de agosto el Día del Salvadoreño Americano y estamos muy orgullosos de ser parte de esta comunidad.
Gracias por hacer tiempo de acompañarnos e informarnos. Tu función con Identity es directora de programas. Cuéntanos sobre los programas que tú administras, cuál es tu función, el enfoque, etcétera. Gracias.
Gracias, Gloria. En Identity yo superviso los programas de high school, en la secundaria, sobre todo los programas que tenemos en 4 escuelas que tienen Wellness Center, que es Seneca Valley, Watkins Mill, Wheaton y Gaithersburg High School, y también tenemos programas en otros high schools del condado donde ofrecemos otros programas para jóvenes.
September is African Heritage Month. We invite you to our annual Ethiopian coffee ceremony and New Year observation on Wednesday, September the 21st from 1 to 2:30 p.m. at Montgomery College's Tacoma Park Silver Spring campus. We look forward to seeing you.
We selected Gonda, Ethiopia, because of the rich culture that was shown to us. Gonda had everything you're looking for in this sister relationship. It has economic strength and potential. It has a rich culture.
Prior to the sister city relationship, we had very little engagement with the Ethiopian community. But once we announced that we were going to do a sister city, the Ethiopian community came out in full force.
And our region hosts the largest Ethiopian population in the United States.
Because of the sister city partnership, the Ethiopian community becomes more engaged with the county in so many ways.
And it had a lot of support from the diaspora. So we had a lot of participants from the Ethiopia community, which was one of the criteria as well. It meant having engagement from representing that city. So we had very strong representation.
The musical inspiration for Noon stems very much from both parts of the world. Not only the Middle East
and it's not only the Western world. That's what makes it so beautiful. That's what makes it so approachable to any ear, regardless of age and color or wherever or whatever. The theme would really be merging past with the present. So what Hosni does is take ancient Egyptian poetry and involve it in deeply rooted sections that we have built specifically for his vocals.
Montgomery College faculty teach with museum resources through the Smithsonian Learning Lab collections.
One of the most exciting things that's happened as a result of teaching with museums has actually occurred during the pandemic.
Not being able to visit the Smithsonian didn't stop me and didn't stop anyone else in my cohort. We were able to make use of those resources and I think give our students a really fulfilling experience.
We have things to help you to get started right now in the courses you already teach.
Students could sign in, make their own accounts with the Learning Lab.
We looked at the Smithsonian's incredible collection of online exhibits.
You can grab images and photos and audio from all the different museums.
I'm Dave Carberry. I have had a ton of experience. Yes, notice the gray hair. But I've been over at Time Warner, at Scripps, radio advertising. And so tonight I'm just going to really kind of get into digital media and what InRadius does and what we do as a company.
And I want to begin today by thanking the Montgomery County Fire and Rescue, the Office of Emergency Management and Homeland Security, Montgomery County Police, Maryland State Police, and PEPCO, and all of our first responders for their absolutely extraordinary and tireless work throughout the night to save the pilot and passenger of the plane that crashed into a PEPCO power transmission tower and high voltage lines in Montgomery Village last night, and for quickly restoring the power to thousands of county residents who were left in the dark following the crash.
My name's Will Jawando. I'm an author, I'm a father, I'm a council member, I'm an attorney, I'm a black man, and I grew up here in Maryland, in Silver Spring. The book that I'm talking about today is called My Seven Black Fathers. It's a memoir, but it's told through the lens of these 7 black men who were not all my actual fathers, right? We only have one biological father, but who were my fathers because they stepped in and gave me the skills and the love and the care I needed to be standing here, sitting here, talking to you all today and do everything that I've done, some of which you've heard in the bio. And I wrote this book during the pandemic because all you all know, if we all went through something over the last 2.5 years. But if you were black, you had 3 pandemics. You had the health pandemic, which disproportionately impacted our communities. You had the economic fallout. At one point during the pandemic, 40% of black businesses across the country disappeared. 40%. If you were an African American, and you got COVID at 55, you died at a higher rate than a white resident who was 65 and got COVID. Then you had the racial justice moment, the murders of Breonna Taylor and George Floyd and Ahmaud Arbery, all happening at the same time.
We have a question coming in from Zoom from Nancy Newton from OASE.
Oh, Nancy.
Hello. It's very strange. I can see myself looking at all of you. I feel like it's fun. So, Dr. Williams, following on from that question, what are your thoughts about MC possibly in the distant future becoming a community college with housing?
With repeat the last with
housing.
Oh,
with
housing. Okay, I know.
With housing.
A community college with housing. Thank you, Nancy. And I will say, I think it looks like it's going to ring us. I might have to break out my brolly later. inside joke that we have. And see. So in terms of housing, this is actually, I think we were in the first stages of a study. I may turn it over in a moment, and I don't know how long or how far we've actually progressed with that analysis, but I know it was a topic of conversation. I don't know how deep the college has that we journeyed into that topic of conversation. It's definitely something that I can ask about, but I think, are you able to share a little bit more? Thank you, Dr. Gregory.
Hi, Melissa Gregory.
Thank you, Dr. Gregory.
Is that on?
Yeah.
We did do a study and began a study on campus housing, and it was of great interest, in particular to certain student groups. And that was pre-pandemic, and then we put that on hold. We're trying to identify.
I always ask for my students' pronouns on the first day in order to ensure that I am being gender affirming and creating a safe space. Yet I also think I would benefit from more opportunities to learn about how to make our institution a more just and affirming space for our beautiful students. Can we institute some mandatory diversity and inclusion trainings for all faculty and staff regarding these matters?
Well, firstly, thank you for your equitable approach in your classroom of engaging students on the very first day. As someone who has worked on statewide higher education policy in terms of our LGBTQIA plus population, this is something that really hits home for me. So I really appreciate you bringing this to light. We want to, and I believe that we make an effort to affirm the dignity of all of our students.
Elsa, tell us a little bit about you, your work, what you do, and your viewpoints of communication and co-parenting and working on the parenting relationship. So I'll throw it to you, Elsa.
Hi, good morning, everyone. This has been just such an amazing conference to be a part of, listening to all the speakers. James, your moderating is just amazing. I'm so happy that you parents are choosing to invest in yourselves this morning and just really learning how to become the parents that you are supposed to be for your children, and also just taking in the information that is available to you there to be able to continue to grow and help in the ways that you can.
We're doing our best to do our part. By graduating individuals who fulfill those needs in biotech. Many people think about vaccines as part of the industry, but the industry covers an immense number of other types of work. So let's kind of level set here, Marty's, take a moment with a basic understanding of what the biotech industry does.
Sure. So first of all, I want to commend Montgomery College. The work that you do here, this lab is a great example. The training that you do, the skills that you provide your students is tremendous, and is tremendous benefit to the field. So first I want to start by commending you and Montgomery College.
Still 2 on. Base hit here, should score 2.
And Trent Smoot did a great job blocking that ball. Got his body in front of it.
Saved a run. There's a pop-up to deep center field. He's over. He dropped it. And that'll score 2 runs. And that is an error on the center fielder.
I'm not sure. We got to look at that replay. That might have hit off the top of the wall just as he because he was tentative going for it. I don't know if it hit off his glove or the wall.
Let's take a look at it. It's going to be tough to tell.
Big drive off the fastball. Nope, you're right. It's off his glove.
Off his glove.
It's a tough play, but a play that could have been made. It hit his glove.